What's up YouTube? Hope you guys are really well. For those of you who've been with me in the last kind of 4 weeks, you'll know today's a big day for me. Today is the end of the 4-week challenge that I set myself. So right at the beginning, obviously, we went through how much weight I've got to lose, which was a grand total of 164 pounds is the goal. But I wanted to kind of break that down into kind of smaller challenges along the way. So the first challenge was a 4-week challenge to lose 14 pounds. Today is that weigh day. So I've done that a little bit earlier. So I just want to talk a little bit about kind of how the last 4 weeks have been before I kind of go into how the results are. So I did a video about the first 2 weeks and that was a real struggle. The hardest things that I had to kind of get to grips was the workouts. Not so much going, but it was when I was there and couldn't do a lot. When I first started, I remember my first ever cardio session that I did was I got on the treadmill and I wanted to jog for as long as I could without stopping. And I managed about 90 seconds. And it was only supposed to be for like a warm-up, which I got quite warm doing it, but 90 seconds isn't a long time. But steadily and steadily over the weeks, I've increased that. Now today, for example, I went and did my cardio session before weighing this afternoon. And without even needing to stop, I stopped myself at 15 minutes just because that was my warm-up done, and then I could go into the rest of my kind of workouts, which was some sprints today, some high-intensity interval training sprints on the treadmill, and then also did some steps. I didn't have too long in the gym. On Mondays, it's always quite a short session, but yeah, it was really a sense of achievement for myself to go from 90 seconds, and I don't mean 90 seconds and then just deciding to stop. I would have keeled over and passed out if I'd have done any more at 90 seconds. I was at my limit at that point. So to go from that to now being able to go along and do a full 15 minutes and not have to worry about it and just be continuing going and not have to worry about my heart rate or my breath. I mean, obviously the further beyond that I go, then I will start getting those, but I'm every time I get on, I'm pushing that barrier a little bit more. So I built it up initially from 90 seconds to 3 minutes, built it up to 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, and then I was at 10 minutes for a few days in a row, and then I thought, well, I'm going to go push for another few minutes, 13, 15. So I'm going to see over the next course of next week, I'm probably going to get that to 20 as a good steady job. But yeah, those kind of progressional things have been really motivational for me to know that I'm going in and I am getting better every single time I go in. And that doesn't just apply to the running. And that applies to everything that I've been doing. So I've been doing some exercise classes, which you guys may have noticed as well if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook. One of them in particular, the Fight Club, which I do on a Thursday evening. The first Fight Club session that I went and did, I was having to stop probably after every couple of exercises. It's about a 45-50 minute class. And every kind of couple of changes and couple of exercises that you do, I was having to stop, take in some water, take in some breaths, probably miss out nearly an entire exercise and then get back in and back into the flow of things. Well, this week I was on a bag with, I've made some good new friends there, and I was on the bag with a couple of my new friends and kept pace with them throughout the entire thing, and I was non-stop from start to finish. So those kind of things are really kind of making me realise, just even in this early stage, just how much I am capable of doing. The other one that again you guys may have been following me on is my swimming. I mean, I'm a strong swimmer. I always have been. So that was the one part of the cardio that I didn't have to worry so much about, because I know I can swim and I'm quite capable of swimming. I always do a mile. I go in the pool, do a mile, get out. The first time that I went in, I was just expecting to only do kind of 20-30 lengths. A mile is 64. I did my 64 and I did it in 54 minutes. So I was quite happy that I even finished. I wasn't so worried about what the time was, but I knew then from that point I wanted to get that time down. I've now got that down to just over 40 minutes. So 40 minutes and 55 seconds. This week I'm hoping to break that barrier. So when I go swimming tomorrow, as I always swim on a Tuesday, I'm really hoping to get that under 40 minutes. And then I'm going to start looking to adding more swimming onto that. So maybe doing a 1.5 miles and then seeing what time I can get that to a good consistent rate, and then going up to 2 miles, because it's not a tremendous amount of time, 40 minutes. So if I was to do 2 miles at a good consistent pace, then I'm looking somewhere around about an hour and 20, hour and 30 minutes, somewhere around that mark. So that's about a good amount of cardio, but swimming does take it out of me really, really well. So by the time I finish that mile, I am done, I'm spent, and that's all I've got. So I'm really looking forward to kind of getting those up as well. So the next part of the things that I've had to kind of struggle with at the beginning, which has become easier, far easier over time, has been the food, because I mentioned that I eat a lot of calories beforehand, and I really did. I've worked out just how much calories I used to consume. Now, on a good day, I would consume somewhere in the region of 3,000 to 4,000. I can only imagine. I worked out a typical day that would include kind of a very bad meal in the evening, which was usually some sort of pizza takeaway. And I'm using an app at the moment called MyFitnessApp. You guys may use it yourself. And just for fun, on one day I decided to kind of work out what my calories were, and I worked out that I would go into work and I would get a bacon roll. I would then have something in kind of mid-morning, probably some sort of chocolate. Lunchtime I would often get some sort of sandwich deal, so sandwich, chocolate, a fizzy drink. In the afternoon, we'd end up getting like biscuits or something in the office, and then I'd go home, and typically it's sickening to think of the amount of food that I would consume, but usually something like a pound bag of Wotsits, whilst I wait for my takeaway to come. So it's not like, I've ordered a takeaway, that's going to fill my, that's going to do it. No, I had to have something while I was waiting, kind of like a warm-up, I guess. It's disgusting when I think about it. So I would have this bag of Wotsits, this big bag of Wotsits, and then I would have a pizza meal, or like a cheesy chips or a kebab or something like that, something awful. And I worked out that based on having the pizza meal, which was pizza, a fizzy drink, and chicken wings, it worked out at 4,100 calories, which is just a sick amount of calories to be consuming, considering how little I did to burn those off. So no wonder I got as large as I have. But saving grace, I have really taken on this new food plan. Diet's the wrong word, because it's a change of healthy lifestyle is what I've embraced. So I haven't had any bad foods. There's been occasions where I've had healthy options, but I'm not going to have a complete all-out war on fast food or all-out war on chocolate. It's been my choice in this first 4 weeks. I really wanted to give it all. I knew I could give it up for 1 month. If anything, I could give up for 1 month. That's not to say I'm going to go back to my old ways, but what I mean by that is, I went out for lunch last week with a friend, and he wanted to go to KFC, and I've got no problem with that. I knew I didn't have to have anything awful. I went in there and they do a chicken rice box. Now, it was absolutely delicious and filling, and I was satisfied, and it was 495 calories. I put a picture on my Instagram if you saw that, and that's what I mean, is everywhere you go, there will be healthy choices. On Father's Day, me and my daughter, we went out for lunch, and everything on the menu was looking delicious. The steaks, the breakfast, the burgers, everything that I would love. Obviously, you're looking at lots and lots of calories, and I'm being quite strict on my calorie values. But I found a nice chicken and bacon salad, I think it was 485 calories. Absolutely delicious. And it filled me up and it satisfied me. There are plenty of foods, and the home cooked foods that I'm having, the huge surprise that I've had, and I've mentioned this a few times now, has been sweet potato. I cannot believe how much I like it. I would go as far as saying I like it more than normal potatoes. And I don't know why, even when I was happy being fat, I don't know why I didn't discover it, because I would have loved it then as well, because it's so delicious. And I've had it normally, jacket potatoes, kind of sweet jackets. I've mashed it, and that was delicious. At the weekend, I had a lovely dinner with my daughter where we had a healthy ham, egg and chips, which was a British roast cut ham. We did eggs in fry light, so low calories, no kind of fatty oils, and then we did sweet potato fries. The whole meal was about 360 calories, but it was delicious. So there are options. So if you guys ever worry about it, don't. There are options, and you will find something that you like, and when you find it, you grab onto it, because I'm happy at the moment being what some people call boring, in that I will go to work and I'll have my morning oats and my cup of coffee in the morning. I'll have my chicken tikka salad for lunch, and then I'll have either sweet potato and tuna mixed with Greek yogurt with a side salad, or I'll have my chicken or turkey steaks with veg and roast sweet potatoes. And I've had that most days, and I'm quite satisfied with that because it's delicious. So those have been the biggest things that I've really had to overcome at the beginning, but I've fully embraced, and those have brought me good weight loss value. So the last time I weighed in with you guys, I'd lost 10.5 pounds in the first 2 weeks. Now I knew the first kind of couple of weeks, or definitely the first week, there was going to be a higher weight loss value, because that's when it shocks your system and you suddenly lose a good amount of weight. Now I could have lost a lot more weight if I'd have done one of these kind of extremely low calorie meal and things where you have like just shakes and a low kind of value in the evening. But I wanted to embrace a healthy lifestyle and something that I can maintain and not worry about coming against binges or anything like that. So I'm aiming for between 2 to 4 pounds a week is what I'm going to be looking going forward. And if I lose at a consistent value, I know it's going to come off at a healthy rate, it's going to be manageable, and it's going to be enjoyable, because I have opportunities that I have certain amount of calories that I can have something if I want something. I had a Subway, and you just choose the healthy option. If I ever decide I'm going to have pizza with friends, I don't need to go and have a whole 10-inch pizza like I used to. I can have a slice. Just be sensible with it. That's what I need to be, and that's what I'm learning, is control and willpower. So yeah, those are the things that I've really kind of had to overcome, but fully embraced. And if going forward, I don't see myself struggling anymore. I'm over with the weights. I'm really enjoying weight work, and I'm past the initial ache that your body kind of has. So I'm fully embracing my weight workouts in the morning. That's becoming quite addictive, going in and pushing yourself and doing a little bit extra weights, and just seeing yourself kind of getting better at that. So yeah, really enjoying that. So I guess the headline of the video and what I should get on to now. So what I've lost. So as I say, there was a 4-week challenge for me to lose 14 pounds, 1 stone. So today I did my weights workout, went to work, and did my cardio workout, and then I weighed. And the weight loss took me down to only needing to lose 146 pounds. So for those of you who haven't worked out the maths already on it, that brings us to 18 pounds. 18 pounds in 4 weeks. And I couldn't be happier with that. For me, that is such a brilliant number, to know that I have lost over a stone. I'm 4 pounds over my stone target that I wanted to lose. And I've noticed it as well. People have been saying to me that my face has appeared slightly slimmer. My clothes are fitting nicely. Things that, like my shirts that were popping out at the buttons, and trousers, I'm down a belt buckle. So I'm starting to notice changes. And you have, if you've done it yourself, you know just how thrilling that is, and how exhilarating you feel when you have people say to you, "Oh, you look like you've lost some weight, well done." Or you just notice it yourself by putting something on and it being loose. So absolutely amazing. Couldn't be happier. And going to be pushing on from here. So yeah, let's pop this up so I can go where it's supposed to go now. Yeah, so that's that's it. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Now, looking forward, I'm going to do a video next week on kind of longer term goals, but my next goal, because I know it's going to slow down now, so I'm going to do another stone, just because it gives me some as a basic goal, but I'm going to add a few little challenges in along the way. So the next one, which we're going to do over 6 weeks, I'm going to do a 6-week goal, is another stone. I think in here, I'm probably going to be going for a 1.5 stones, in all honesty, but I need to, for myself, set myself a realistic goal, and it might slow down because of the kind of your body kind of starts not wanting to lose weight as much. So yeah, I'm going to set a goal target. In here, I'm going to go for a 1.5 stones, but the goal target is a stone. And I'm going to chuck a couple of challenges in there along the way. Also thinking of a few longer term challenges as well. One of them being a 5k run, which I can't run outside. So that's going to be interesting training for that. But again, I know I've said this 100 times so far, but you guys have been such a difference to me. And this is, I'm speaking to you guys who are watching on YouTube, to you guys who have clicked the link on Facebook, or to you guys who have come across from my video that I'll make on Instagram to put on here. Everybody's support has been absolutely incredible, and I could not be more thrilled with the messages, the likes, the shares, because it just makes me feel that people care. And it gives me that extra sense of motivation. And you guys have been commenting as well that you get just as much motivation from seeing me doing it as I get from people giving me the comments, and that's amazing. So there are a few people that I've been speaking to kind of more on a regular basis who are on these journeys themselves, and it's great to be forming some sort of little community with people that we can help each other along the way. And yeah, I've got loads of ideas coming up for the kind of following months, and yeah, I'll see you guys next week here on YouTube, but do come over and have a chat up on our Facebook and Instagram page, where kind of that's more daily posts that I go on there. And yeah, I hope to see you guys soon. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe and comment if you like the video, and yeah, until I see you guys then, take care.